Salutations, family. Welcome back to the Electric Leaf, where it is my goal to assist you with nourishing your mind, your body, and your chakras. I hope you all are doing well. I just wanted to stop by and talk to you all really quickly, and hopefully give you some insight. And I pray that this message reaches whomever it is for in the divine and rightful time that is for you. The message that has been coming up for me has been, don't forget the Cubs. Don't forget the Cubs. I was watching A Night on Earth, and I saw how, these animals would do anything to save their cubs, their kids. Kids, they go back for them. You know what I mean? Even if there's danger around, they go back. And I know that with a lot of us, especially if you're here watching this video, you're on a spiritual journey, you recognize the spirituality of your journey that is life, right? And a lot of times, especially now, we see that a lot of the media is kind of pointing at spirituality and looking at it in such a way that it's almost like a fad. And so what I'm saying to you is, don't get caught up in the fad part of spirituality. Don't get caught up in the show of spirituality. Because it's not for show. Spirituality is what's done in your secret space, in your quiet space, in the closet of your heart. Spirituality, true spirituality, or your true relationship with the divine, your higher self, is truly individual and it's unique. We might use some of the same tools, but we're not going to use them in the same way. That's why I fell in love with Erykah Badu at such a young age, because she said Baduism, and I knew what she meant. I knew what that meant. I knew what that was imposing, Baduism. But as I started to get older, I understand more. I understand more Nikiaism, because I've been marching to the beat of my own heart. And you will receive backlash at those times, but you've got to be true to yourself, true to your own heart, because there is an unknown. But I won't get into that now, because the main point that I wanted to bring to you all is, while you're on this spiritual journey, is don't forget your babies. Like, they are going through stuff too. They pick up on our energies, especially if you are down. If you are down and you're lower than you've ever been, you're going through something that's unusual, believe me that your kids are picking up on that energy, and they may act out in a way that is unfamiliar. Attitudes, sleeping more, or you might look at them and say you're being lazy. There could actually be something going on, a chemical imbalance in your child, or something wrong physically with your child. So if you're noticing changes, huge shifts and changes, just take the time to dig a little deeper. If you can bring your child with you to work, do that. Because sometimes I look at my daughter and I just feel so bad about how they have to be in front of the screen so much. I mean, you can literally see the light has left their eyes sometimes when they're finished doing all that work. You can literally see the light that has left. So whatever it is, even if it's just an extra long hug, or even if it's just a touch on their hand when you walk by, like, I see you, it's okay, I'm here with you, I'm here for you. Make sure that you take that time with them, because you don't want to miss an opportunity to help your child out of a rut that you might not even realize they're in. And also, your child, this is not for everybody. This is specific for someone. Your child has the solution to a problem that you've had for a while. It's something that you just feel you feel hopelessness, like a feeling of doom or panic about it. But if you talk to your child about that thing, they have the solution for you. And that, I know that is for someone out there, because it was confirmed that was something that I need to share with you all today. Also, pay attention to your dreams in relationship to the dreams of the people around you. Also, stretching before and after bed. This is going to help you and your child. This is something that I've only been doing for maybe about the last 3 days or so, as I've been doing so much work myself. So I've been having a lot of screen time also. So, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. But I want to definitely bring my baby on to stretch with me now as well, because I think I got a rhythm to it now. I think I have a rhythm. But make sure that you're talking to your kids, and don't look at your kids as a burden. Look at your kids as somebody who is on your team. And by looking at your child as someone who's on your team, you'll also be able to delegate things to them and not feel completely responsible for home life, especially if you're a single parent. Especially if you're a single parent, you want to make sure that you get those delegating skills together, and not in such a way that your child feels like they're the slave of the house, but in such a way that they understand how important they are to the rhythm of the home, and begin to balance out the home aspect and the work aspect with your children. Because we don't want them to feel, we don't want our kids to find comfort in something that they're watching on TV or on YouTube. We don't want our kids to find comfort in something that is really harmful to their soul and their spirit and their ascension process, because our children are going through ascensions all the time. They are awakening all the time to different things. It really begins, that ascension aspect starts to really plateau around 20. So that's why we really have to keep an eye on our 20-year-olds as well, because that is when a lot of mental illnesses start to take on an actual form or a label. And that is not that's not anything that I read out of a textbook. These are things that I've noticed as I've lived, that around 20, people really start to show the fruits that they bear. You really begin to understand what type of tree you're actually dealing with, so to speak. So really be mindful of your kids, your teenagers as well, to help keep their minds anchored and grounded, and recognize yourself as the Godhead in their life. Understand how to speak to your children. Know that they are important, and make sure that every word you speak to them, even during moments of discipline, that they know without a shadow of a doubt that they are loved, that they are a reflection of God. Make sure that they know who they are within the Christ consciousness. Okay, and when I say Christ consciousness, believe you me, we are one. We are one, and we feel each other. And those of us who have empathic gifts, we know, we understand, we get Christ consciousness, we get it. But also remembering that our kids are a part of that consciousness as well, and they are very valuable to us and how we progress and the next steps that we make culturally as a people. Okay. So, yeah, that's all I really want to share with you all today. I will share this. I did have a dream. And in my dream, there was a problem, and my daughter's dream, she had the solution. And our dreams were the same. They were the same dream, except I got upset and woke up. I needed to go check and see, hey, is everybody good? But my baby, she expressed the same feeling of fear, but she powered through hers. And that aspect of being so fresh from the divine is needed, especially when we as adults, we get further and further from that space. We need to listen to our children. They anchor us just like we anchor them. It's just from two different planes, and our relationships are very much needed and dependent upon each other, or benefit. Both of us benefit from one another. Okay? Like the infinity symbol. That's what I'm being shown right now. So just really make sure that you all are talking to your children and your loved ones, your spouse, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, because you just never know what's really going on up there. So until next time, family, continue to vibrate love and vibrate well.